Recording?
Are we recording, motherfucker? We in here. Hey!
Yeah.
What up, bro?
What up? Oh, we really are recording.
I think we really are. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just go, yo.
Let's rock. What's good, Stiz? We back.
What's good, bro? What's the
My
deal?
brother.
Shit. We've been off. We took last week off. How's everybody doing?
Everybody's doing great.
How you doing? Joe, how you doing? You out here?
I'm out here.
Joe, our engineer, Joe Jules. Make sure you check him out. A vital piece to this three-man operation.
We missed a lot in the last couple of weeks, man.
But yo, there's been a few big things.
Like?
The Super Bowl. Well, let's just start. First things off, coming off, we had CT on last week, 2 weeks ago episode. That was pretty dope. It was nice to finally sit down with CT. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, Snuk. You've always said to me, you know, like you always talk about how you're a fan of the challenges and all that shit. You know what I mean? And sometimes I poke fun, but it is what it is. The challenge is a big thing. Yo, I did not realize how big that motherfucker is, yo.
In real life, you mean CT?
Like everyone that like
the show.
Well, and CT himself,
yeah,
like
they're both major.
Like, oh my God, you know, like for a lot of people, like that's their favorite one. Like it's not just like he's like a fucking character.
No. He's the major one on the show. Him and Bananas.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and that show is still cracking. It's probably the most highly rated show on MTV. Either that or Teen Mom. It has to be one of the two.
Yeah. So yo, that was kind of cool, and it was kind of crazy to hear how he had no intentions of doing any of that shit. He just kind of fucking
I like that episode a lot. I know we was live on a movie set, so it was tough to get. I had a whole bunch of more shit I wanted to get in with him, but you know, when you're on a fucking movie set, it gets a little
I wanted
crazy.
to ask you about, this is kind of a little behind the scenes shit, but when we were on that movie set, there happened to be a MTV exec there.
Yeah.
And you were, I came, see Snuk's smart. I came over and I heard Snuk immediately talking about like, so how does the music get into those shows and how does,
Shout out my dude. We following each other right now on IG and all that shit. We're gonna make some things happen.
What did he say? Kind of like, how does the music get picked for that?
So that's craziness. That actually would have been a dope question for Archetype too when we had him too, because
he's had
Archetypes had placements on Kardashians, MTV shows.
Oh
VH1
wait, actually,
shows
shout out my man Snuk, who's had some placement on Kardashians as well.
Oh shit,
we never
I forgot about that.
Tell that story real quick. That shit's crazy.
Well, that's not musically though. Just so they know, that was a commercial.
Literally flipping through the channels the other night, watching the Kardashians.
Right, so me and wifey did this little modeling gig for the place that we got married at. Dude that owns a joint asked if we would be the models for their like website and their like probably all their social medias and shit.
All right, but he didn't say like this is for a major commercial.
So like when I signed papers and all that shit, we got bread and it was good. It was a gig, it was a modeling gig.
Oh, that's cool.
Supermodel Snuk, you know what I'm saying? So
yes.
Fucking we did it and I had no idea anything about a commercial or whatever. And literally this is prime time about like a couple weeks back when I'm watching Kardashians was on about 7 o'clock. And I swear to God, a commercial for this place comes on. And yo, it's me and wifey on the commercial on the Kardashian.
Shit.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now?
That's
like,
crazy. Now, I don't want.
And I was like, yo, I would have asked for more bread. I don't remember anything about a commercial. You should probably read fine print and shit like that.
Yes, I don't want to bust your bubble, but and I could be wrong with this, but I think that the way some channels work is
only probably locally seen
local,
it.
Yeah. So like someone in Cali, like a Cali business would have had that spot.
For sure.
Someone out here, would have a.
I think it's regional, so probably it was like New England.
Certainly New England, yeah.
For sure.
So if it wasn't national, certainly all.
Long story short, I was on.
You're dating Kim Kardashian.
Long story short,
now.
I fuck Kim Kardashian.
That's basically
and
what happened.
They run my spots on the Kardashians every Sunday night. You know what I'm saying?
Eat your heart out, Ray J.
That's dope. What brought you to that?
But so music, how music gets picked on these shows, like the challenges.
He was breaking the shit down to me, and it's kind of crazy, like when you hear the background shit, you know when you're watching a show like on an MTV or E or any of those reality shows, when they're playing a music in the background and shit, like you'll see they'll give credit sometimes, like on the bottom left.
Sometimes, little bit, almost credit. Like it's a music video. They'll be like,
that
blah, blah,
shit
blah.
is and he told me they have people like with their ears to the streets, like what's hot and whatever, and they'll take what's about to pop or whatever. But so what they do with the real tracks like that, not just a bootleg like a regular bed.
Yeah, because they have sites where you can go and you pay for like I do for the radio station. We pay for a subscription, and basically I can go there and there is thousands of just like instrumentals, like bootleg instrumentals that I can use for commercials and shit.
Exactly. If they take a real artist song though. when you're seeing the credit on the thing, it says fucking, hey, fucking Stiz Grimy, fucking whatever. That's a 3-year situation. The guy was explaining it to me. So, because they'll go into syndication or they'll go whatever, they get picked up or go to other countries, whatever it is. They're only paying the certain price for that 3 years. After that 3 years, that same part of that episode is going to run some generic fucking, just like a beat or whatever.
Okay.
And then he was explaining a whole bunch of shit to me. And, we chopped it up. Shout out, I forget dude's name, but we're gonna talk. He invited me to New York. We're gonna have some beers and shit.
That must be cool to work for a company like MTV. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and then he's also in charge of like the program, and so like what time.
Oh yeah, he decides what time.
Yeah,
that's right.
Major. He's doing shit. He started as an intern. He's doing major shit. Stuck on Stuff is making some ill connections.
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely suggest to anyone, that wants to, get in the TV industry, radio industry, like, yo, just go try. Like, and that's something like I wish that I did more when I was a kid that I didn't really realize until later in life.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You have absolutely nothing to lose by you can find someone's email on the internet, which is a beautiful thing. You can find anything and just hit them up and say, yo, are you looking for an intern? I will work for free. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're really serious about doing it, yo, like there's ways you can get your foot in the door. And if your hustle is good enough, you get your foot in the door, and then it's boom, bro. No,
and like you said,
back.
just be places. Like when you said you was gonna roll over to that movie set that day, you was like, yo, whatever, I'll roll up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You like, yo, you know what? You don't even have to. I was like, I don't have nothing. I ain't doing nothing today. I'd rather be on a set and do whatever. We met connects. We fucking with right people. You know what I'm saying? Threw me a line. Threw me a line in the movie. We get it cracking.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a stretch. It was a stretch though. I had to play an ill character. I played a fucking scumbag outside of a bar drilling a stove. So I definitely had to reach down and find my inner fucking scumbag butt.
That's mad funny, yo. Oh, damn. What was I just going to say? I always do that. Always fucking happens.
But I was going to tell you just about being somewhere. Yeah. How you were saying, yo, just be there, literally, because you never know what pops off. Like, I think back when you were saying, like, earlier, like, in 20s and all this shit, like, if you would have just been, more places, and if you thought of this shit earlier, like, I remember just taking so much shit for granted, like, especially when I was super young and drinking like crazy. Like, we was in New York one time, and I was an ill AI head. It's American Idol for you that don't know. And things was getting down to the wire, and we was at where I was at Term Spot, some people, whatever, and Term was like, yo, we gotta flex out. I gotta go check Pete Rock. Like, yo, I gotta go check Pete Rock. Easy, you come and blah, blah, blah. I was like, yo, here's the thing.
AI's on.
AI's really about to get crazy. Like, Carrie Underwood shit is popping right now.
I was like, give anything to hear what Term said to that.
But their face though, they know there was no convincing me. They didn't even bother, and they just kept moving. I was like, all right. Tell Pete Rock I said was good. I fuck with him heavy, but I gotta get this shit cracking. So you know what I'm saying? Looking back, it's like if you would have just been there, maybe that's a Pete Rock beat, or maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. You never know, man. You never know. Super
AI's coming back too.
Is it?
Different channel. So I don't know if I'll check it out, see if you know what I'm saying.
Yo, I seen this
clip. It changed towards the end. I didn't like
this. Is gonna get a little. This is gonna go wide right for a minute, but I was watching these clips last night about hypnotism, and I seen that show America's Got Talent where Howard Stern is a judge and Howie Mandel. You know Howie?
Yeah.
All right, so
the germaphobe dude.
Oh, great. So you know he's a germaphobe. All right, so that's the whole point of the story. So there was a hypnotist on. And fucking, he made Howie, he was like, yo, from now on, everyone is wearing real thin plastic gloves. You can't see them, but trust me, they're there, you're good. He like hits his hands or whatever, and then Howard goes up to Howie and is like, hey, what's up, man? Nice to see you.
Did he give him
shakes his hand, shakes all the girls' hands. Yeah. Do you believe in hypnotism?
Yeah, man. Maybe if you say that, but then you could also be like, damn, that dude Howie was just fronting all these years to get attention like a herb.
Yeah, it could be.
You never know.
And I was talking about going to see that dude, the Mad Russian.
You keep talking about that, smoking.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I'm trying to get that shit scheduled.
As you take another rip.
Oh my lord, these things are killing me, bro. I'm so tired of the money and you motherfucker, and just like the money, my clothes staining my teeth, bro. Oh my lord, yo.
Let's fucking rip them up, kid. We only here
so
once.
So dumb. Super Bowl. Super Bowl was
Fuck the
huge,
Super Bowl.
bro.
Yo, shout out the Eagles. Oh, they body
Christ.
us. They whatever they
did. They did their thing. Yo, those Eagle fans went crazy, bro. I seen one of them kneel down on the street and eat horse shit.
Yeah, I seen that video too. Yeah.
He ate
the
horse shit.
video.
They were like, yeah, do it.
I heard he wasn't even the first dude that ate horse shit, like in a celebration like that.
And then that one dude, I don't know if you watched any of the celebration, the parade, but there was this one Eagles player,
Couldn't do it.
the white dude with the beard, and he was acting a fool. He was dressed up like a fucking leprechaun, and
I seen some of that.
He was just walking down the street, shotgunning beers, like giving dabs to the cops, like. And then he got up on the stage, like at the end where they all like talking to the microphone and shit. And he just started wilding, bro, absolutely wilding. The game itself
was amazing.
It was a good game.
It was back and forth. It was amazing. 500 yards for Brady. It was craziness. I didn't expect that from Foles and
only game where Brady, put up so many yards and lost the game.
Yeah.
And then also I seen this dude. What's the Stephen Smith show that's on ESPN?
Stephen A. Smith is on ESPN. Yeah,
Finish Line or something, or I don't know, whatever the fuck that show is called.
Shit,
There's a white dude on there, and they were talking about the game and what the dude said, and I was like, you know what? I kind of agree with that. He was like, yo, this game basically had no fucking defense. Both defenses absolutely sucked.
Right.
And so what happened was the one time that a defense made a huge play, which was that strip when they stripped Brady in the end, it was a game changer. It was literally like the game changer. And I also thought, and I kind of was I kind of felt bad the way that Brady misses that like QB fake shit where he runs and tries to he misses that catch. Now you can say maybe it was thrown a little farther. He had his hands on it, and honestly it looked like he was running like a little girl. To me,
he was scared. He didn't know what was next to him behind him.
Scared money don't make no money.
Exactly.
And then so he misses that, and then Foles kind of does the same thing and hits it.
Shit was salt in the wound,
and it was like, old man versus young man, and young man came out on top. And then I watched a little bit of that, they do those mic'd up things, so like a week after that.
I love those.
Yeah, those are really dope.
I love those when we win. I can't really.
And so when Brady missed that catch that we were talking about, one of the Eagles dudes that was right next to him looked at him and was like, Come on, Tom.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have that, Tom. You're supposed to have that.
I'll tell you who.
And I was like,
I'll tell you who would have had that.
Who?
The highest
Jimmy
paid
G.
player.
Highest paid player, man. Are the Patriots looking like, morons now that they didn't keep that guy?
Been looking like morons. I'm a Jimmy G bandwagon, not bandwagon. I'm just Jimmy G fanboy.
Brady says he's going to play till 45, so we got about 3 years for them to find a new quarterback.
We'll see what happens with that. I think
right now the backup is this guy Hoyer. You know anything about him? Is he all right?
Brian Hoyer, he's not going to do anything if Brady gets hurt.
So, there we go.
But
and what else? And that dude, was it Cooks? Nah, someone took a hit.
Oh, Brandon Cooks, yeah. That hit was crazy. I forgot about that
bro,
shit. It's crazy. This is the one Super Bowl, because it's been since the Giants one that I as soon as the game is ended, I couldn't deal with it. I changed the channel. I did everything. Last year's in the Seattle one, I kept on the DVR. I watched the shit a million times the whole game through. I haven't watched this game.
Oh, you mean Atlanta? The one with the
Atlanta from last year, but then 2 years before that, Seattle.
I'll keep them Seattle was the catch.
I'll rewatch all of them, but it's different when you lose. It's tough to. Oh man.
And what's up with not playing Malcolm Butler? There was a lot of talk about that. I started hearing that he was at the Rick Ross concert a couple nights before, and he was way past curfew.
Now, supposedly none of that shit is true, but at the end of the day,
he came out and said that, right?
Yeah,
he came out and put out a
statement. None of that is true.
None of that shit was true.
I heard a whole bunch of shit, but at the end of the day, nobody still knows, and it's almost 2 weeks later. So whatever it is, it's a Belichick situation. I don't know.
And so where do we go from here? We do lose Matt Patricia.
Well, we lose Matt.
Homeboy decides to stay at the last minute.
Back.
Josh McDaniels totally fucks the Colts.
Yeah.
At the last minute.
He probably won't get a head coaching job unless it's here when Bill leaves. So
yeah, well, I honestly think that's what they must have promised him.
Yeah, probably
to stay.
Probably. Yeah.
They must have said yo, listen, please come back, and we're gonna kind of guarantee, but not guarantee that.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go into this off season all the other loser teams that never make it to the Super Bowl. And I'm looking at the draft now. I'm looking at just whatever. It goes on. I got a fucking IG thing today with the not the schedule with the dates, but the teams we're playing next year and everything. I'm on to next year. Let's go.
We on to 2018.
San Francisco versus Patriots.
Oh, that is going to be that would be such a crazy game. Dovetailing off of that a little bit, because we should go there. So Jimmy G becomes the highest paid player. And so what happens is I'm reading the Herald one day last week, and it says, the headline says, Brady...
on board your shit? You read the actual article?
Yeah, I fell for it. So the headline says, Brady comes out and says, listen, you better fucking pay me more than you're paying Jimmy G, or else I'm sitting out the whole offseason. And this becomes a story. I read it, and I was like, oh, shit. Brady's threatening to not, any practice, none of that shit on the offseason.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. Turns out, some random motherfucker from Boston calls this Herald reporter and fakes
pretending to be Brady's agent.
Pretends to be Brady's agent.
Fell for it and ran
Yee,
with it. Yep.
And the guy falls for it and prints it.
Yeah.
And it becomes this big story. WEEI, the dude who works there, Christian Fourier, he used to play for the Patriots.
Yep.
He is doing that, they're joking about it, and he jokingly says, like, oh my God, can you believe that some random guy just calls this reporter and he does like and he's like, oh, hi, this is Don Yee. Yeah, Tom
Chinese
Brady's
voice
agent.
or whatever. Yeah.
He does the Chinese voice, saying that it's crazy that this guy bought it. All of a sudden, Twitter is completely up in arms.
What happened
the
to him? He got
Boston
suspended?
Globe,
Is that what it was?
the company comes out, Enercon, the company I work for, and says, we're going to suspend Fourier for 5 days. And then it got even worse.
Yeah.
It kept snowballing, snowballing. On Friday that just passed, they literally took all the local programming off the air. So from 6 in the morning to 6 at night last night, they syndicated some NBC programming.
On WEEI they did that?
Yep, and made every single person go through a 12-hour sensitivity training class.
Well, because you know why? Because that's also coming off the heels of the dude talking about Brady's daughter.
Reamer saying same station, and that dude called Brady's daughter a little pissant.
Yeah,
that didn't go over too well.
They're taking a hit. I think the pissant thing was
hit after hit. Also, I was looking back, and the dude Callahan has been in trouble before,
right?
Because he said something about, like, I don't know, kids in the city. I think something about that. He called them monkeys or something, or gorillas or something.
Of course he did, yeah.
You hate WEEI.
I hate the morning guy specifically. In my opinion, it's just super racist show. I can't really fuck with it.
Really?
That's just I don't listen to EEI.
I don't really listen to that show. I'm not a big sports guy. But it just seems like one thing after another.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. I don't really.
Well, I think exactly what's going on is you got to try to, be provocative. You got to try and. And
I don't even think he was. I think he was just being he was just freestyling. He was off the top. It was talking about the dude, and he just did it in an accent because of the dude's.
I'm gonna
be
honest,
last name
and maybe people are gonna come at me, but I don't think it's that bad of a deal. I really don't.
So if he's a comedian, nobody says nothing.
Yeah.
But because he's just like a dumb jock, you know what I mean,
But what about when black comedians, or any comedians, right? What about when they do the stereotypical white man?
Right.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I can't dance, and da-da-da-da-da.
Right. But you just said the word comedians, so it's different. So, all shit goes out the window in my eyes, unless you're an actual racist piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're just comedian, because look at the roast. This is my favorite time of the year. They do one roast a year on Comedy Central. They go in. It doesn't matter what color, ethnicity, anything.
I just think it's a fine line. We gotta I don't know.
We can't attack every little thing.
Bad.
For sure.
And everybody ain't racist. And
right.
And I think it's this type of shit where.
And him trying to be funny doing that little voice doesn't necessarily mean that Christian Fourier is a racist or nothing like that.
Not at all.
But if you're that company, you're obviously gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna hear.
Well, 5 advertisers did pull out.
Oh, word.
5 big money advertisers did pull out.
Now you're talking money. You're talking big business.
It's like money. Yeah. But I just think it's crazy, and I just, I think it's this type of shit that led to someone like Trump being able to come in, because people were so sick of all this, too much political correctness.
Right.
And it leads someone that's just a complete opposite of that to come in and
which I think we're all sick of that shit.
Yeah, I agree.
It's too little, too much.
Some people are. There are some people that are a little like, you know, too left and, you know, like literally want to come out and say everything's, you know, like, you know, and
complain about every
and honestly, if the person that it's done to isn't complaining, then I don't think you need to be. You know what I mean? Like,
that's true. Did anybody ever hear from Dude?
No.
Nah? No. I guess you don't have to.
At least to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So, I don't know. That's crazy. But, you know, that's what's going to happen, you know, well, especially more in that kid Reamer's case with the pissant comment about Brady's daughter. You got someone who really is trying to, and he's coming up under that dude Minahan, who's known for just like, you know, coming off at the mouth.
Right.
And so, you know, they're just trying to say something that's going to get a headline, you know what I mean? And sometimes when you play that game, you're going to cross. But I'm telling you, it certainly makes me think like, shit, because I say some crazy shit sometimes, and
me too. I say crazy shit on this show, outrageous shit on this show.
You know, like I don't know, it's crazy. It makes me nervous. Like, fuck, am I gonna get it? Like, you know, because one bad tweet, one bad thing, bro, your whole career could be over.
Well, it's one thing about doing Stuck on Stuff is we don't have these, you know, these big like corporations behind us.
Not yet.
But you know, I don't know. I like being able to say shit, but you know. I think of myself as a bit of a comedian in some sorts, and I say outrageous shit, whatever, sometimes, and
that's gonna have to be the new excuse from now on. Anyway, I'm a comedian.
Dog, I'm just trying to be a comedian.
Like,
I'm a struggling comedian and a struggling artist. I'm what it is.
Going on America's Got Talent, bro. I'm a comedian.
Since we was kind of on the sports shit, the Olympics start. You watch the Olympics at all?
I do not give a fuck about the Olympics.
Preach.
I don't.
Does
I don't watch.
What is the ratings for the Olympics?
It can't be good. It can't be good. I think I heard somewhere today that, like, I don't know, either last night or the night before, like the men's hockey the hockey team USA.
All right.
They played and it was not like 11 o'clock at night.
They lost and then they won.
Ain't no one fucking waiting up till 11 o'clock at night to watch.
And
that's
USA. One. At least
unless die.
At least I know what that is. Hockey. The other shit they do, I don't know, like who
catapulting,
who does the shit that they do.
Bobsledding.
I don't know. Like, do you know anybody that does any of these shit? Curling? What is this? Like,
I don't even know what it is.
Who watches that?
You could put a gun to my head and I could not tell you what curling is.
You're like, yo, here's the thing. Like, I'm gonna sign up my kid. This kid's gonna do soccer. Like, you're gonna do karate. What are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna do curling. Like, where do you go for that? That's not even a thing.
Yo, speaking of soccer and speaking of how, like, you know, kind of PC this world is getting, I read a story today that this town out in California is, so, like, you know, they have like the little kids soccer leagues or whatever. They're making these kids play with no ball, so that there's no winner or loser.
That's not real.
I swear to God, bro.
They're all losers.
Ball, bro.
They're all losers for playing with no ball.
I'm watching video of these kids running around, fake kicking nothing. And I'm like, all right, this is too much.
That's got to be a funny video to watch, though. It's almost as funny as that video where they sent the blind kid in. The blind kid to go play football. You seen that one?
Yeah.
Yo, I know that shit's supposed to be inspirational and all that shit. That shit is hilarious. Don't front. Yo, I haven't seen that video, but I'll watch that shit. They're passing it and then pretending to like catch it and everything with their feet.
And then like, it's
so
crazy.
If you're the goalie, you're like, nah, that shit did not go in.
Yeah, it did not go in, bro.
Dude, you're like, what do you mean?
I've seen it.
Yo, what is that? Are you sure that's real?
Funny. I don't know. Maybe no. I did see it. I didn't
man.
I didn't look crazy. Google it real quick while we're talking.
Yo, that
I didn't go. I didn't go balls deep into it. You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't look up other stories. Like, I just clicked that one that I seen on Facebook.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong because it does sound crazy. So maybe it was just like a joke.
Speaking of balls deep, you getting into something tonight, Stiz?
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. I might have a little something coming up.
I notice you usually don't be sipping. Usually I'm the one that's sipping in it. Oh, he pulled up the video right there. Why is it? They're playing a new kind of youth soccer.
See? No ball.
Yo.
No ball.
They're all stretching and shit.
Yes.
Getting ready. There's no ball.
So for anybody listening, we're watching this video right now, and these kids, they're stretching before the game. They're talking to the coach.
The coach is giving them a strategy.
They're practicing. There's no ball, yo. There's no ball. Look at she dove for nothing.
Yo, that's amazing.
So, yes, this is crazy. I don't know. Maybe it is a giant joke,
It looks like it's like an SNL skit or something, but it's real.
Yeah, because it looks like
I'm gonna have to watch it with
well.
audio like later after the show to determine if that shit is real.
If anybody knows about that, hit us up and let us know if this shit is real or not.
What you getting into tonight, sure. Stiz? You getting up with some ladies or what's going on?
I don't know. Maybe I might have some come through. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Since I've been single, man, it's been a fucking drought, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a super drought, yo. Super drought. I'm not even gonna front for the camera.
What's the best part of having a girl not live with you anymore? And then what's the worst part?
So I would say the best part. You're throwing me on the spot, motherfucker. I would say that the best part about not having a girl would be, you know, if I wanted to have, you know, 2 bitches that I know is down for the cause.
Do whatever.
I can do whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no, I don't
That's
have to worry about
part.
that.
Yeah, you can just do whatever you want.
That hasn't happened, unfortunately. I'm still waiting for it. And I would say the worst part, and this is going to sound corny, but I'm just keeping it 100. So I went from living with someone for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And so there's always someone there. Even when you're bored, there's still another human being in that building.
Right. Interaction.
In that house. Yeah, like, and now it's nothing. So it's like I'm lonely, but like not in like a depressing lonely, but like a just fucking bored lonely.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it could get boring.
You know what I mean? Like there's only so many times I want to pick up my Xbox or fucking.
And you know how, you know, grass is always greener. So, you know, when you have a bitch, you know,
and there's
you're looking at other shit
like
vice versa.
Yeah, there's nothing like a ride or die, like a
yeah,
bat. You know what I mean? Like a girl that you know is gonna hold you down. You don't have to worry about that trust shit when they go out. And and I'll keep it 100. Like my ex was that girl. Like I will never say anything bad about my ex because I thought that, you know, I really thought that was the one for real. And she was a super good kid. And, you know, I don't know. There's 2 sides to every story, you know, but I would definitely say that I wasn't the best to deal with. You know what I mean? But she wasn't the best either. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And, you know, for whatever reason, you know, she needed to take a time out.
StuckOnStuffPodcast at gmail.com, ladies.
Please.
Stiz Grimy.
Hook me up. I'm hurting out here.
Super Bachelor Stiz. Getting it in.
And that's also why I think you guys, and you always bust my balls for it. I think that's why I'm spending money on all these dumb things.
Yeah.
It's like because I'm trying to fill that void. Yeah. So I'm buying all this crazy shit. You know what I mean?
Every time I come to Stiz spot, like, what are them things called?
Funko Pops.
Pops. Them shits, you see them at like Newbury Comics and shit like that. Is that where you get them?
Yeah.
Like every
Amazon.
time I come, the living room is
it's slowly getting.
It's slowly. It's like Tetris, and them shits is getting to the top now.
Yo,
and it's like
it is. It's bad.
Yeah,
and they're only $10. Like most of them are only like $10, $12 a pop. So it's so easy, especially with Amazon, to just be like, boop. All right, word, got it. Boop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And are you
gonna show the girl tonight your pop collection? Yo, that's how you bag a girl right there.
Yo, this is my Freddie.
But I knew something was up. I got up with Stiz a little earlier before the show. He's sipping on a little something, and that's unlike Stiz. And he's getting right. He's getting in the mind frame of I got Shorty coming over tonight. I was like, all right, Stiz. He's already crushing a few. I'm like, all right, this is gonna make for a good show. But, Stiz is like, yo, but after the show, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
We gotta be done by 10, yo.
Yeah. Like, all right.
Nah, we'll see. Yo, and you know what? It's actually crazy. It's like, it's funny because I think that's because I'm getting older. Like, most likely I'll end up just feeling so lazy and I'll be like, nah, man,
I'm sick.
I'm gonna just chill, yo.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. I remember when I was younger, I'd be like, yo, if I didn't go out on a Friday night, I'd be like, yo, I literally would think I was missing the world, yo.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, oh, like, what the fuck?
I suffer from FOMO major. You suffer
What's
from that
FOMO?
shit. Fear of missing out. Yo, I suffer from that shit like a motherfucker. If I know that even 2 people are getting together that I know, and I'm like, yo, what is going on over there? Like,
yes. Yo, that's so fucking crazy, yo. And yo, you know what's funny too? Like in like the terms of when I was like heavy into drugs and I had to go to like detox or something. Right now, you're talking about something that I'm going through, something that literally, like, you know, it's a big thing. Like, it could fuck up my whole fucking life for the rest of my life. I could just be a complete fuck up, right? So what's on the line is a lot. Like, it's my life. And you would go to detox and it's a 5-day detox, right? But when you go, even though it's only 5 days, they always encourage you to go to further treatment. So you go to like some other place for 30 days. And then, like, you know, if you do it the right way, when you get out of that, you're supposed to go somewhere for like 6 months, like where it's kind of, you have some rules, you can come and go, but you got to get drug tested. And, you know, you would go in it gung-ho, because when you go in it, you're at the low. It's like when you can't go no more. There's no more hustle left. There's no more way to scheme up $40. So it's like, at that point, you're like, all right, I got to just do what I got to do. And you go in there gung-ho, and then by like the second day, third day, you're like, yo, I'm out after 5 days. 30 days? You want me to go for another 30 days? Are you out of your fucking mind? You know what I mean?
But I know you flexed after 5, right?
Oh, my bro, I've left so many places. Just and I'm gonna tell you this one story. I'll just keep it 100. One of the last times I was in detox was at Tewksbury, where we just were.
Next to that hospital.
Funny how the way world works. Like, because you know, three years later, I'm up there now shooting a flick
on a movie set and shit.
Right. So I'm up there in Tewksbury. I went to a 5-day detox, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do the 30-day thing. So the 30-day thing was a holding in Tewksbury, and what a holding is like you go there and you can't leave. Like, you can't leave. It's like a, you know what I mean? And it's I don't know. It's like a what were those DSS like houses that
where all the boys lived
like
and
delinquents.
shit.
It's like one of that. It's a building and like in rooms, it's like locked fucking hospital doors and 4 bunk beds or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do the final treatment thing, whatever. I'm gonna further treatment. I'm gonna go for this 30 days. I'm gonna do it. I get out to Tewksbury. I find out it's a no smoking property. You
cigarettes.
You can't smoke cigarettes on that tough, property. Yo. So that's 30 days now. I would have to go without butts.
I mean, you're asking people to kick H, kick coke, kick all this shit. Can you give them a stove at least? Like, I
agree.
Know.
That's a whole separate story.
Wean them off one at a time.
All detoxes aren't like that. Like Danvers, you can smoke. Okay. Danvers, they have like fucking 13 cigarette breaks a day. But for some reason with Tewksbury, bro, it was a no smoking facility. So I get out to Tewksbury. I go in, they show me the room. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And you know, it's like some ghetto DYS looking shit. And you don't know anybody. And you're already like, you know, you're coming off drugs. So you just feel like, it's like uncomfortable, right? And I must have been there for like, I don't know, maybe a half hour, and the decision was made. And I'm like, nope, not happening, bro. It's not happening. Yeah. Especially when I know that I have this apartment waiting for me. And you know what I mean? My girl's back here and like at the time. And I'm like, you know, it's just hard, yo. And so I'm like, nope, I'm it. So I just walk out. I just leave. Because you can sign yourself out. You know, you're not like, I wasn't mandated by the court or anything.
Right.
So I just leave. Sign my name out. Nah, I'm sorry. I'm not doing this. I'm good. I leave. So it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm in Tewksbury, no car.
Yeah.
Now, my mom has always been on the type of shit where it's tough love. Like, my mom will not fucking help me at all if she knows I'm not doing the right thing.
You said that on another show. He's talking about running away stories
bro,
and shit.
Like, yo, she, you know what I mean? Like, it is tough love to the 10th power, which I will say, actually
you
saved
said you
my
like
life.
that shit,
yeah,
though,
and
now.
Looking back, but at the
Big
time,
picture,
you're like, you are the biggest C word like ever.
Right,
you just can't even fathom it.
That's white boy shit, by the way. Calling your mom the C word.
Yeah,
major white boy shit.
I don't know. A quick funny story. When I was a kid, I didn't know what it meant, and my mom around me would just say, "I see you next Tuesday."
Yeah,
and I didn't know what that meant, but I knew it was a bad friggin' word. And one time she yelled at me, and I was like, "You see you next Tuesday?" Oh my god,
she beat you ass.
Oh my lord,
beat that ass.
Yeah, man. But so it's 11 o'clock in the morning. I get out. I'm like, yo, and I have no money in my pocket. I have nothing. So I'm like, so there's no way, you know, my mom's gonna come and get me. Like, right. I don't have a cell phone. I don't have numbers on me. And at this time, you know what I mean? I've been running for a little bit. I don't even really have friends left that'll trust me. And you know what I mean? So I'm out there like kind of fucked. So I'm like, all right, this is my grand story. I'm like, all right, listen, I'm gonna call my mom and I'm gonna tell her that there's a kid here that me and him have problems from the streets. And if I stay here, I'm going to get in big trouble. Like, we're going to end up fist fighting and it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
And I call her and she's just like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. You know, you better figure it the fuck out.
Wow,
I'm like,
she still wasn't falling for that shit,
right?
huh?
Yeah. So I see this guy passing me, this older guy. He must have been like 60 years old or something. And I wanted to make a phone call to call someone else. I'm like, yo, can I use your phone real quick? He's like, yeah, all right. So he's like, you know, what's going on? What do you need? I'm like, oh, man, I'm stranded up here. You know, I just got out the hospital. I need to go back to like the Chelsea, Everett area, you know? He's like, well, I'm going to Melrose. He's like, so if you want, you can hop in my car and I'll take you.
Damn, you got lucky.
Boom. I'm out.
I hate people like you when
Hit
I see
the city, yo.
like,
That's the second
I'm like, yo,
time.
get the fuck away from me, dude. Yo,
That's the second time something like that has happened to me.
Yeah.
There was another time I went to Danvers detox.
So you just tell you were a good person deep downstairs. So they fuck
Maybe.
with you.
Well, yeah, and I look young too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but shit, I was looking strung out, so I don't know. But I went to I went to detox in Danvers, and I didn't, you know, I was just going in for the first time to put myself in.
Right.
And as I'm filling out the paperwork, I'm like, not doing it, yo. And the way Danvers is set up, it's like a long ass country road at the end of Route 1. So it's like it's like a troop. It's not just like the main streets right there. Dog, I walked all the way, pulling this suitcase right there, bro.
Yeah.
Pulling that motherfucking suitcase. Walk all the way down to the end of the road. I get to the top of Route 1, like the very top, like where Guitar Center is and shit, where that Guitar Center is.
Yeah.
There's no like trains and buses the way there is in the city. You know what I mean? So I go into like a 7-Eleven and I'm like, yo, do you know where there's a train station? The dude's like, it's like 20 minutes away. You want me to call you a cab? I'm like, nah, man, I don't got no money. He's like, I live in East Boston. And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get to Chelsea. He's like, yo, I live in East Boston. I'm off in a half an hour if you want to wait.
You lucky as
The
fuck.
second time that happened, bro.
Whiteprivilege.com right there, yo. You're killing it with the white privilege rate. Holy shit.
Yo, crazy, bro.
That's amazing,
the crazy
man.
stories, man. That's like one thing I take away with it. Like the crazy things I would do because I wasn't done. You know what I mean? Like, and I just kept trying to, you know what I mean? Just kept trying to push it, yo.
I like it, yo. We got to get Stiz sipping on more episodes, yo.
I know. I'm telling my whole life.
I like the stories. I like all of that shit.
Sheesh.
We got fucking a million things, too.
The banana trick.
Oh,
Do
shit.
you know what the banana trick is, and have you ever done it?
All right, so I didn't know until you sent me the link.
And then when you read it, you were like, oh, yeah, I know about this.
I wish I did know a lot sooner. Tell them what the banana trick is if they don't know.
So the banana trick is when you're in self-checkout, like Stop and Shop has them. You know, this is mainly for Stop and Shop. Yeah, for like grocery stores. So like say you have a bunch of bananas. Well, you put the bananas on the thing. You have to hit that you have bananas. Yeah. And then it weighs your bananas. And depending on how many you have, that's how much it charges you, $1.83 or whatever. So say I had a steak. I had a nice juicy piece of steak and I put it down on the fucking thing. I clicked that it's bananas. It's going to weigh my steak as if they're bananas. Yeah,
it's going to weigh at 0.56, whatever.
I'm getting like a 2-pounder. No, if I'm paying banana prices, yo.
So banana prices, people was typing in banana prices and they'll slide a T-bone $14.99 a pound shit through. And that's the banana trick. Now I read the article that was like people that do this shit on a regular, there's like a whole vocabulary for it. Like banana trick was the name of the article, but there was like, damn, I can't remember the name, but they was mad funny. Like,
so I'm not gonna lie, I've never done the banana trick. I've never done it like that ill. But I may have not paid for a case of water or two.
Right, for sure. Like, we've all done that. Bottom of the carrot shit.
Yes.
We've all done that. They're so on point with that. Shout out to the orange stickers. They're on point with that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I just let them know up front now. I'm like, yo, bottle of Crystal Geyser down there, guys. You know what I'm saying? Give me that sticker.
Yeah.
But I think usually I have my daughter with me too nowadays. But back in the days, it's like,
Yeah.
And you know, it's mad Hotbox. People put the super expensive shit on the bottom. It's mad Hotbox. They're gonna know like you're a retard. Yeah. But you know, if you're slick with it, when you do the self-checkout, you could slide one thing through without...
So it all goes by weight. It all goes by weight. So when you scan something, it knows how much that weighs, and it's waiting for you to put that specific weight down on those three things only where the bags is.
Weight is only like if it's like produce and stuff, but like the other shit is like people just... They'll take the tag or the barcode off one thing, put it on another.
Yeah, exactly.
That was called something. That was called something else too.
Yeah. And I love the way that they justified it. They were like, "Yo, listen, like you're making us do your job. We're scanning our shit in. We're bagging our own shit.
Right.
We're basically a cashier.
For real.
So I feel that my pay for this 10 minutes of being a cashier was a T-bone steak for $2.40.
You're doing more than the one person that's standing there watching
Just
over the whole shit, chaperoning the fucking self-checkers.
That whenever your shit breaks down, she's always nowhere to be fucking found.
Right.
When it's like, when it completely stops and you need her to put in the fucking code.
Banana trick is dope. Now that I know what I'm gonna, because I avoid self-checkout like a motherfucker.
Oh, see, I think I only do self-checkout.
They'll like, bro, hey, you want self-checkout? They'll like point to it and shit.
Why?
And it's like, nah, I'm good.
Because you don't want to do it yourself?
I don't, like, it's not that I want to do it myself, it's that I don't want to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, because whenever I do, I know it's gonna be an issue. I know I'm gonna do something wrong. It's not, I don't know. It's not simple enough for me.
Yeah, I mean, yo, I'm telling you though, we were talking about it earlier about, I forget what made us go here, but we were talking about robots. Oh, the Boston Dynamic dog.
Boston Dynamic, that
dog that opened up the door.
Opened up the door and all
video
that
came
shit,
out.
yeah.
I'm telling you, those Boston Dynamic videos have just been getting progressively better and better and better.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, pretty sure that
that's the first one I've seen,
show,
the new
like,
one.
the robot killing someone. They're going to be like,
that's
this
the next
is what
shit
we do now.
Yeah, well, I've seen videos of those robots. They stand upright, they're holding guns and shit.
Yeah.
Killing machines, yo.
So, kind of tying that in with the Stop and Shop banana trick thing, pretty soon, the robots are going to be doing so many jobs.
Yeah.
They are going to take, automation is a beautiful thing going into the 21st century with our technology, but you got to think like just how far we've come in 100 years. 100 years seems like a lot of time to us, but in the scheme of things, we think about what life was like 100 years ago. It was nothing, no lights, no heat, and now 100 years later, you have a freaking computer in your pocket that's like the most powerful thing ever. So in another 100 years, it's going to be crazy, bro. And I think the amount of jobs
that's why I hate dying, yo. I hate dying because I always
dying often, and it freaks me the fuck out.
I hate dying. I'm not one of those dudes that's ready to die, yo. I'm not Biggie with this shit. Like, I don't want to die, and a lot of it is because like I do kind of want to like see a lot of this shit, and I'm like, it's selfish reasons, but like I'm not gonna be here for this ill ass shit. Like I seen a video the other day that I think it was Dubai. The cops over in Dubai, they have these new hover. They're like bikes.
The hoverboard.
They hover, and what's dope about that is you can, like, if you're on the highway or traffic, whatever, they can just only go up a certain amount. Let's say 20 feet or whatever. They don't hover high, but it's enough to, like, let's say you're an ambulance, you could go get right to where you need to go. Boom, do your shit.
That's crazy. Yo, Dubai.
Now this is Dubai, their next level, but even just that, like hover shit, whatever. It's gonna be some shit way iller than that, and I'm just pissed that I ain't gonna see the shit. You know what I mean?
I definitely, man. Sometimes I be smoking weed and like I really just start thinking about like dying, and it freaks me out. Yo.
Yeah, dying's whack, yo. I'm super shook.
They do make a thing now where you can sign up to have like your brain. They save it in like like the cryogenic, freeze shit. And
well, you were saying in 100 years, what's it going to be? I already seen the videos. You've seen the videos where they've already freezing people and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this is happening now. So like within the next 50 years, we're going to see crazy shit like this. Millionaires that ain't going to want to ever die and shit.
Absolutely.
Like they'll be the first ones. They're going to take their brain, put them in a body, blah, blah, blah. Shit used to be in movies. This shit is gonna be real life. Like it's crazy.
That's the other big thing.
I'm pissed that I won't be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think about kids. I don't have one now, but like I have been thinking about lately. Like shit. Like when you die, you leave your kids all alone. Like that's it.
Right.
Now, obviously, the hope is that at that time they're now adults and they're pretty established on their own and they got their own kids, whatever. But I don't know. It's still a scary thought.
Yeah, I hate leaving a kid behind only because I feel like the world is only gonna get worse and not better. Not just technology, it's everything in general. It just sucks,
Especially with yesterday's news, which let me wait a second to get into that. But another big thing that happened a couple weeks ago, last week, I think I texted you guys, was the Elon Musk. He sent out rockets.
Oh, yeah.
He sent out rockets, I believe, to Mars. I think he's sending out rockets that are going to Mars and then coming back. So... picture this is this was the rocket that's going to Mars. Well, on the sides of the rocket that's going to Mars, he had to have two like boosters. You know what I mean? That boosted them up from the ground into space. So these boosters, which has never been done before, usually what happens is once they break the atmosphere, the boosters just like break off and explode.
Yeah.
and the rocket keeps going. These boosters were meant. He fucking returned them, bro.
Why isn't this the biggest story in the world?
Not only did he return them, they landed in the. They came down, bro.
They came right down,
like slow motion rewind, bro. Like whoop.
That should be the biggest shit in the world right now. I feel like we haven't blasted shit up like that in mad long.
And it wasn't even a rocket. It was a what's those cars he makes? Tesla. It was a Tesla. And right now you can go on YouTube. Yeah. He put a camera on the Tesla. Yeah. And right now you can go on YouTube and watch the live stream of where that Tesla is in space right now. Going to Mars.
I seen an ill meme. It was like, yo, we shooting cars into space and shit and returning and shit right now, and yeah, we're still using gun laws
from 1770,
from a time that people showered once every 9 months or bathed, whatever the shit was. I was like, yo, that shit is real as fuck, and it's true.
It is, and so let's just go there. Thoughts and prayers, obviously, with anybody in Florida that was affected by that.
Shit is real now. When you can see the Snapchat videos of like kids at it. That you could hear the shots in the next room, and you see.
I honestly think that video you're talking about, where, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. The video, the dude's like, "Oh my God, there's a shooter in our fucking school," and you hear the shots, and they are so loud.
Not loud and close.
I honestly think, because I seen a version of that video where right after that, it shows a still shot of a laptop that was on a desk, like a few feet away, and there's bullet holes through the laptop. So I think when you're hearing those shots that are so loud, he's shooting through their window of the door to that classroom,
crazy,
trying to get in.
Crazy. I mean, we had this talk on Stuck on Stuff, the last, mass shooting or whatever.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's like... Which
was what, 2 months ago?
And we've all seen the memes, the revolving circle shit, blah, 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 do this.
And nothing happens, thoughts and prayers.
I'm saying it's all NRA, it's all money, nothing's gonna happen, newsflash.
Yeah, so a dude, he's 19 years old, turns out he was expelled from the school a year ago because he was fighting his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. People in that school all said they would literally joke and say that if anyone was going to shoot up the school, it was going to be this kid.
It would be dude, yeah.
The people have reported some of the shit he said on the internet to the FBI. Turns out the FBI didn't do anything.
Well, I just seen a video earlier today from a neighbor that was
where he was training in the backyard, right? Shooting.
Just aiming and like.
So I think that there is something very wrong with the fact that this kid and everybody, because people are like,
what was it? AR-15?
AR-15.
Yeah. So
God forbid you call it an assault rifle. These fucking these gun nuts.
Right.
It's not an assault rifle. It's not automatic. It's a rifle. Right. Listen, tomato. That is not that's like a fucking Call of Duty gun. Yeah. I think there is something very wrong when a 19-year-old kid who cannot even buy a bear. He can't even buy a fucking bear.
But he could go body your kids.
But he can buy an AR-15. How does that make any sense? That we trust you to buy an AR-15, but we don't trust you to have a bear. Craziness. That makes absolutely no sense, yo.
AR-15, the whole problem is just the automatic guns. The whole problem is just war weapons. Civilians being able to get their hands on war weapons. These are war weapons.
And that's what I wanted to ask you.
I ain't against guns. We've been over this shit before, but like, at some point, common sense needs to kick in.
So, as a father, what do you think we should do?
I think handguns and these fucking hicks that go hunting and all this shit. Well, hunting, all right, cool. You have a hunting gun. Have your little rifle.
You're about to have to do a Did you say hicks?
Yeah.
You're about to have to do a sensitivity training.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably do that. But rifle, handgun. Yeah. All right, cool. Now we're talking about war weapons that are like meant to kill multiple people that are like. So civilians shouldn't be able to rock with those.
And you shouldn't obviously argue and debate with someone
who's a retard,
who's not here. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that 100%. You can't. You're not here to defend yourself, and I feel quite invincible right now. So fuck you.
How's that?
But there's a lot of people that say just people in general that have these ideas.
Yeah.
So there's people
all
that
over
say
Facebook. It's insane.
We need, and I posted the status the other day. This is what I keep seeing now. We need to arm the teachers. Every teacher needs to be armed.
Literally,
that's where we're at right now?
Literally couldn't pay me to send my kid to a school where there's some fucking weird old veteran fucking guy holding guns, because a lot of them are like, let's put our unemployed veterans, or listen, teachers with guns.
I love veterans. Listen, and that, that's the other thing too. You know who just had
a fucked up day in life? This fucked up 25-year-old teacher too. Like, I don't want him holding a fucking gun in my kid's class either. Fuck out of here.
I don't like this thing where it's like you can't, like, once someone says veteran or
right.
like, you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing about that. Oh my God, that's so sacred. Right. And they listen. Thank God they do what they do, and they go, because I could, but I don't want to do that.
Everything automatically gets lumped into left or to right or to, you know what I'm saying. Everything should be right or wrong. It shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and I feel like, when someone says some shit about the military, it's almost like, oh, you can't say nothing about that. Like, they defended their country.
Right.
But, the more exactly. And then, someone had said to me, like, when you send your kids to school, you are, you're putting your kid's life in that teacher's hand, and it's their responsibility. Like, okay, yeah, like, to an extent that they're not gonna, like, fist fight some kid in school. Yeah. But dude, those teachers aren't personal bodyguards. And what we pay them already, they're like it's like the lowest paid profession in the country. And now you want them to jump in front of bullets for your kids or to shoot someone else? Like, that's a little fucking crazy, yo.
All set.
And there was a couple like statements that I seen her that like just really summed it up for me. So like, when we need more guns. It's like, if more guns in more places made us safer, then America would be the safest place on earth, right? Because we have the most guns. So
but America is the only place that has these mass shootings every fucking.
And it's just like statistics. If you look at states that have stricter gun laws, they have lower gun deaths. Mm-hmm. If you look at states that have looser gun laws, they have more shooting deaths.
Right.
Australia, from 1988 to 96, there was 8 mass murders. Yep. Crazy, like a bunch of mass murders. Yep. And the last one, a bunch of little kids died. And when that last one happened, I think it was in 96, Australia got together and they were like, yo, we are going to pass the strictest gun laws we can possibly think of, to the point where now it's almost impossible to get a gun or have a gun in Australia. And there has been zero mass shootings in that country since.
And it's not, it goes with everything too. It's not just guns. It's a perfect analogy as alcohol. If you grow up in Italy or a lot of these places in Europe and shit, you come up young, wine is it's a thing, and the DUI shit and all that shit is not even a thing compared to America. You know what I'm saying? So it's all fucked up, but
it is definitely a little crazy, and I don't think that everyone who most gun owners aren't going to kill people. I agree with that. But I definitely think.
But to come out right away, to be them dudes that come out right away and just be like, right after they shoot and be like, hey, it's not about the guns.
And people,
no fucking dirt. It's the retard that does the shit.
That's crazy.
The point is that
the time to talk about guns.
The dude had a just a handgun, whatever. He might lick a couple shots off, but at some point he's getting tackled and whatever. We ain't losing mad kids like that.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna. It's real crazy. It's real crazy. So,
you know what else
I'll be curious to see what happens in 5 years, though. Do you think anything comes from this?
No, nothing at all comes from this. The NRA is a lot of money.
Big money.
A lot of money involved, and they're in the pockets of a lot of people. So, look forward to a lot more kids being killed and all that.
No, sheesh.
That's all that'll happen there.
That's a crazy world.
But let's get into something a little more, R.I.P. to all of them, and that shit is sad, but it's not gonna change. Something else we missed, the AVN Awards happened.
Oh, the porn star awards.
The porn ones.
Really?
I know because you follow Fanelia, the rapper?
Porn Star P.
Porn Star P. He's heavy. He's always out there at the AVNs. He gets it cracking.
He is,
his Snapchat was cracking.
I bet it was.
Yeah, that shit. I followed that shit that weekend.
Shout out P, yo.
Yo, Ron Jeremy was banned from the AVNs this year.
Why?
Accusations of rape and groping.
Really? He's a porn star.
Of course he's not supposed to rape, but he was definitely groping. That's part of the description. But yeah, I guess Ron Jeremy was banned from the shit. I don't know. I didn't hear any major story about.
I wonder what the major award is.
He does come off a little rapey though, but
He comes off as an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah. He's an old ass dude, and he has porns like smashing like 18, 19-year-old girls like when they're fresh in and stuff.
That's crazy. I mean, he's like a porn celebrity.
Super creepy. Remember he's on that show?
Like a creature.
Did you watch that show Surreal Life on VH1?
I know, yeah.
It was
like,
him
I didn't watch it, but like,
Ice.
I know what you're talking about.
I think Vanilla Ice was his boy on that season, whatever.
Yeah.
Creep
that
shit.
That shit's wild, bro.
Avians was cracking, yo. Fanilia's mad smart too. He got mad footage when he was out there, shot the video, boom, boom, boom. Bitches, asses, titties everywhere.
He's hella smart.
Shout out to Fanilia.
And shout out to Fanilia too, just for being a real spitter. You know what I mean? Like that dude can spit. Yo.
Fanilia, my favorite rapper from 617.
Honestly, he was one of the first rappers that when I was coming up, I think I've told him this story. I don't know if he'd remember it though, but he was like one of the first rapper CDs that I got, and I was like, oh, yo, this local rapper,
he flooded
really
Boston
feeling.
Heavy, yeah.
And one day I was at the Revere flea market. It's just like a flea market that they do every weekend in Revere, in the parking lot of the movie theaters, and it used to be lit back in the day. Like it was really lit.
Yeah.
And I remember one day I'd seen Fanilia there, and I remember going up to him like, yo, you Fanilia? He was like, yo, what up? You showed me mad love too.
But he always shows love.
Yeah, he
good
does.
Dude.
Yo, super good dude.
He's a super good dude, yo. We got Big L anniversary was yesterday or a few days ago, whatever.
Far from broke, got enough bread, mad hoes, ass Beavis, I get nothing but head.
Yeah, I put out a
that's
status.
Mine, yo.
Put out
that's
status
mine.
asking for people's favorite Big L bars.
Yeah,
almost everybody said the Beavis and Butthead
really?
shit.
Yeah. What was yours?
My favorite Big L shit, always like the shit. When I heard this line when I was a little kid, I wanted to be him. When he was like, is Big L slow? Hell no. Bitches get fucked on the roof if I ain't got no hotel dough. It's like, yo, that's who I want to be.
Yeah, man. Yo, I remember like how big Ebonics was. Like it was just like that record was like, yo, everyone knew that record. Yo. Like, anyone knew that first line. Like, you know what I mean? Like that.
You know what I think about nowadays too? When I'm older and shit, I just picture like pigs. Like I picture like police. Like really like listening to that song and just catch all the slang words and shit.
Yeah,
and see what motherfuckers are talking about and shit.
They probably were.
Guarantee they were.
I wouldn't be surprised. Eminem's video River came out. Did you watch it?
I didn't see the whole shit, to be honest.
I seen the whole thing. It was all right.
Everyone's saying it's fucking amazing. I seen some seconds.
It's all right. I mean, basically, it's just like a video throughout where it has started to hook up with this girl who kind of, had a boyfriend or was like about to break up with this boyfriend. She starts like kind of, cheating on this dude with M, and M ends up getting her pregnant. And then, so it's like the whole video's going, and then at moments it will stop, and it's almost like a reality show thing where he's in the confessional.
Oh, word.
And he's like, yo, man, like, she told me she had a kid. That's crazy, bro. I wasn't trying to.
That's dope.
So it's dope. I seen some people out there being like, yo, like, I really think it's cool he's using his real life. I don't think this was a real situation that happened in M's life. I think it's
I could see it being a real situation.
I guess maybe, but if I had to put my money on it, I would say no. I would just say it's a song that he thought up.
You would know, Stan.
Yeah, Stan.
TV,
and then the week before this video dropped, the girl who's in it is a singer. Is like some underground singer. And a video dropped of like her cell phone footage of her and Eminem in a hotel room.
Oh, right. Yeah,
and she's like filming, and Eminem comes in the hotel room door, and she's like, "What's up, baby? How was your day?" And he's like, "Yo, I think someone spotted me." And like they talk a little bit, and he's like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just, this is from my Snapchat."
Right.
And so it looked hella real. And when it came out, everyone was like, "Oh, Eminem got caught slipping."
Right,
like, da-da-da-da-da.
Their marketing has been fucking dope.
Their marketing was, Their marketing was super dope. Too bad they sold half than less any albums they've ever sold on any project.
I told you, we went over this before. There's nobody selling what record sales in general ain't what they used
I wonder what 444... Joe, can you find out what 444 sold first week? Because Eminem went, Eminem, I think you went like 677 or no, maybe, I could be wrong, maybe it's 577. But I think it was like 600,000 or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was 300,000.
Yo, but those are the numbers in 2018.
Yeah, those are numbers, but not
people that
numbers.
People that actually like paid and shit. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of people ain't paying for that shit. You gotta understand
That's true too. Yeah, I know. 2018.
Yo, this shit.
And I would say that, and you might argue me on this because you think Jay is the GOAT, but I don't think that Jay-Z should be compared to Eminem numbers. Because even if you can say, oh, it's because Eminem's white or that's a big part of it, Eminem, I just think Eminem is not. When it comes to like numbers, bro, I don't think Jay is on the same level as M. I think M's doing more numbers. I mean, I think
61,000 in first 2 weeks.
61,000.
61,000 first 2 weeks for what? For
bro.
Four.
M went like
also the first week or something.
I don't know. That sounds a little.
It was only available on Tidal for that first.
Oh, that's absolutely true too, though. That's absolutely.
And then it hit iTunes and all that shit.
So that's So I don't know, but
yo, the shit is happening against this.
What? A porn star?
No, everyday guys that calling themselves rappers and shit all over my timeline saying that they can body a top-notch MC, and this time it's Kendrick Lamar.
What?
Has to do with the Black Panther.
I didn't see any of this.
Has to do with the Black Panther.
Are you psyched up about this? Black Panther?
I don't watch superhero movies either. But I guess Kendrick supplies the music.
I think he does the whole soundtrack.
He does the whole shit.
Yeah. I think that album.
I literally seen a status that said, "I won't see Black Panther. Kendrick ruins everything."
What?
Like, who the fuck?
I thought Kendrick. Wait a minute. I thought Kendrick was like the savior of hip hop. He was God's fucking son.
I know a few hip hop heads that can't fuck with Kendrick. The dude.
I mean, listen. I like Kendrick, but he's not every song for me. Ain't
I know what you're saying, but
I didn't really like.
But these dudes,
Butterfly.
It was like we talked about it on the Eminem
with the Eminem shit. No,
dudes was like, yo, this album is so trash. Like I'm talking about the wackest dudes in the world. These dudes are saying that they're like better than Kendrick Lamar.
The shit you see on Facebook is crazy. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. How social media changes, kind of, or like the image that people feel they need to portray.
The delusional shit. Yeah, again, it always comes back to the delusional motherfuckers on my Facebook.
It's insane.
But Black Panther, I guess is like
he's an all-black superhero, right? I think it's an all-black cast.
Would it embody all the Marvel like pre-order?
The hype, the hype for this movie has been insane. Yeah. I'll give it that. You know what I mean? It's just not my cup of tea. What?
They're projected to earn over $200 million.
Over $200
Black
million.
Panther?
Projected. Yeah. It's gonna be super major. My thing is just I don't fuck with superhero movies.
Yeah, me neither.
In general, I told you only one virgin dork shit I do is wrestling. I don't do superhero.
And the only one dork shit I do is Funko Pops. That's it.
But
you're allowed to have one.
You gotta have one weird dork ass shit that you do.
Yo. So yeah, I don't know. Not my cup of tea. The Black Panther.
I won't be seeing that, but I will be seeing the third installment of the 50 Shades trilogy.
You're doing that tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check that out.
What do you think of those?
Them shit suck. Some of the worst acting in the world, but it is what it is.
I seen the one out. It was like a movie I fell asleep to one night. It was the one where he's like meets girl. They go to a party. He makes her put that thing in her vagina for the whole party, and like.
Is that the first one? I don't even remember.
She's working at a job, and like the boss of her job like tries to fucking fuck her, and she's like no, and then like the dude Christian gets him fired. Which I didn't. But I'm not even gonna lie. Like at the end of it, I caught it from like maybe 30 minutes in, and then I watched it to the end. It wasn't that bad. I mean. It wasn't.
Nah, it's not the worst shit.
It wasn't horrible. And then I remember I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know there was two. I thought there was only one when I watched it. And then I found out there was two, and I'm like, oh shit, I wonder which one I watched. If it was the first one or if it was the second one.
Well, hopefully the third.
I didn't even know the third one was in the theater.
Yeah, it's in the theater. Right
Wifey likes that shit?
Yeah, she fucks.
You know what I always used to say? Like when this 50 Shades of Grey shit got big, like these girls all 50 Shades of Grey, 50, I love 50. You can't even handle a finger in the butt. What are you even talking about right now? You can't even handle a finger in the butt. Relax.
So girl, that's coming here later. You can't handle a finger in the butt.
Yo, get out of here with that 50 Shades of Grey shit.
You're coming to the wrong spot. Yo, Jordan Peele, dude that did
Get Out.
Did very well. He retired from acting. He says he's
what?
only directing.
Ah, good for him. He got that directing money.
Directing money, yeah. I mean,
but you know, we've seen it with Slim Shady. We've seen it with a bunch of shit. It's very hard to follow up your, you know, that one first big hit that you have. It's like you're gonna be chasing that for your whole life. Yeah. And not only are you chasing that, but the pressure. And Eminem talks about it with that single with Beyonce, which I didn't like. You know, how, you know, these people put these standards on you and these expectations that every song you do has to be what they think is a knock out of the park. Yeah. You know, for all we know, and I'm sure he did, because why would you do it if you didn't? But I'm sure Eminem felt that that joint with Beyonce was it. Was it.
Maybe, yeah. Probably, you know? Probably should have had some
and
behind it.
I think that M is surrounded by yes men. And I think, you know, and Just Blaze, I've seen an interview with Just Blaze, and he was doing like a panel at one of those like hip hop fucking things. Right. And they were talking about like, you know, what is it like when you work with producers and what do you got to watch out for? And he just says out of nowhere, like, yo, one time I almost fucked up the money with Eminem. And they're like, what? And he's like, yo, I was working with Eminem in the studio. And he's like, yo, usually everyone that I record with, I have that rapport. Like, that's my boy. We've been working for a long time. Yeah. It's nothing for me to be like, yo, that second verse that you did, I don't really fuck with it. He's like, so I was just kind of used to that, like working like that. He's like, so M's doing his thing. He lays down these verses. And he's like, I say to M, and now M is not facing me. He's like facing somewhere else, and I'm facing M. And he goes, yo, Doug, like, I'm just saying, like, I like the first verse, but I think on the second verse, you started to get away from what you were talking about. And then on the third verse, like, your flow kind of wasn't in the pocket. And he says that Eminem, because, like, was on a swivel chair. And he just turns around and he goes, I don't hear that, dog. And then turns back around.
I don't hear that, dog.
And just goes, yo, I knew I fucked up the money right then. I knew I fucked up that bag. Yeah. And so he's like, so then I tried to you know, smooth it out. Like, nah, I'm just saying like what I think is like blah 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 blah. Yeah. So whatever. So like hours later, M leaves, Just is sitting in like the studio like lounge or whatever. Yeah. One of Eminem's people comes up to him and hands him a cell phone. And Just like, what's it? He's like, yo, this is Marshall. He gets on the phone, he's like, what up? And Marshall goes, yo, how the fuck did you hear that?
Oh, word.
And Just goes, what do you mean? And he's like, yo, I just went home and listened to this song 38,000 times, and I finally hear what you hear, bro. And he was like, yo, thank you.
Because even if you're a GOAT, you might shut it down on the spot, but when you leave, you're like, you're still a rapper, and you're thinking, yo, what the fuck did he? So he heard it, and he was like, fuck, I wasn't in the pocket right there, or whatever.
Yeah. Do you remember when that whole nother song, basically, to Lose Yourself, leaked out? It was Lose Yourself, but it had, like, completely different verses. The verses were... Oh, my God. They were 100,000% different. Like, whole different message. Nothing about Jimmy. Like, it was like a whole different song. And, like, that was the song that he had at first. Right. Until eventually he, you know, ripped out those lyrics. I've even seen Jada say in an interview, like, bro, if you got to rip up that verse 30 times because it ain't right, then you got to rip up that verse 30 times. Yeah. You know?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Yo, fucking TV-wise, I wanted to bring this up. Did you watch Martin back in the day? Martin. Did you see this shit on IG? He was spotted with Gina and Pam.
Yo, I would love
Shorty
that.
from TMZ rolled up on him. I was like, yo, this is amazing.
What'd he say?
He wanted to say shit. Pam wanted to say shit, but Gina kept shutting it down.
That's funny because on...
Gina kept shutting it down. She was like, we can't talk about it. Obviously, if them three are meeting up, some shit is going down. If it goes down, because we talked about how Netflix is just giving out deals for all these old shows and all these
all the stories I've been hearing, like they asked Seinfeld. He said, he's saying Friends, saying they might be coming back.
Give me Martin, but I need Tommy. I need the whole shit if it's going to be. I need the whole shit. Yo, that Thursday night lineup when I was a kid.
What if Gina were to listen to Pam?
Son, 8 o'clock Martin. 8:30, living single. We are living, hey, single. Damn. 9 o'clock, New York Undercover.
Shout out. New York Undercover was the best show ever.
Best Thursday night when I was a kid.
Oh my God, dog. New York Undercover, like, I wanted to be those guys. Yeah. Like, literally. I wanted to be in Joe, you remember Spanish New York Undercover? Oh my Lord, on USA, bro. That show was the balls.
Nah, them shits, they were all on Fox.
Nah.
Yeah, it was Fox.
Yo, let's put money on it.
Martin,
Joe, can
Living
you
Single,
search where did
and
New
then
York,
New York Undercover.
What channel did New York Undercover start on? I'm
was-
telling
dog,
you,
it was a
in
Thursday night
USA.
lineup.
USA.
Nah, yo.
I'm going USA, yo.
Fox.
No!
Woo! Nice with this shit.
That's the original channel?
Yeah. Thursday night lineup, though. I'm telling you, it went Martin, Living Single, and then
Maybe
New York.
USA got
them
it
racist,
after?
them racist motherfuckers and Fox was like, yo, here's the thing. We're gonna just bundle all the black shit on one night and drop it from 8 to 10.
Thursday night
And it was
about
their
to be
biggest
lit.
fucking night, probably. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yo, I could have swore it was on USA, bro. I swear to God.
I'll fuck with a Martin reunion. I'll check that
Yeah, I'll
out.
fuck with a Martin reunion for sure, yo. For sure.
New Chris Rock dropped on Netflix. I haven't checked it yet. I'll try to check
I'll
it
probably
tonight.
watch it this weekend. Yeah,
I don't get fired up like when Chappelle dropped. I watched it that night, I think. If
Yeah, I
not the
watched
next
it the
night.
next day. Yeah,
Whatever. Within 24 hours, I dropped it. I just heard
both of them.
Yeah.
they were
I didn't even know the Chris Rock shit was coming.
I didn't either. He kind of did that super.
He
super
dropped
quick.
it whatever a few days ago. But now that I know about it, I'll check it.
I was at the barbershop today and I told my barber about it. I'm like, oh, yo, did you see the new Chris Rock joints? He was like, nah, but I was at it. I was at the show. He came to Boston like.
my best friend was at the shit.
Yeah, a little while ago.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo,
they
it's
sealed
funny.
up
He
the
was like, yo,
phones
it's
just
good.
like Chappelle.
Oh, really?
Yep, they gave
I
him
didn't
these
even
like
ask him.
lockbox things.
Yeah,
They
those
seal up the
lockboxes,
phone.
Yeah.
So it's essentially the same.
And
the same
especially
show.
with someone like Chris Rock, bro. Yeah, and he's gonna
he's
make it a
testing his
Netflix
material out.
special. Like, yo, that's about to
I
be.
think they said it was actually that show. Maybe I don't know if
Really?
it was recording there, but it's the same shit.
I used to
whatever.
love Up in Smoke DVD when the Up in Smoke, because yo, the Up
tour?
in Smoke DVD,
Yeah.
the DVD that they
Yeah.
put out, that's Massachusetts, it's Worcester.
Oh yeah,
It's
one of the
Worcester.
shows. They go back and forth between a couple shows, but one of
bro,
them is
it's like
Mass,
it's
yeah.
I think like the main shit,
Oh,
bro.
word?
Yeah, like the main shit they're showing is Mass for some reason.
That's
I've
dope.
always heard that people always say Massachusetts has like the craziest fans out here, for sports.
It's not
for,
just sports,
like,
folks.
events.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yo, we just crazy, bro.
Yep.
We crazy.
Ice-T turned 60 today.
Oh, salute.
60. Imagine ever saying a rapper is 60.
Well, I
It's
don't
like-
know. Would you really call him a rapper?
Not
at this
really,
point?
especially now. But especially now. You're right.
yeah.
But nah, he was never like. I never looked at him as like this ill rapper in the first place.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah. And I would say, if anything, shout out to Ice-T, because I think he
Little
might be
before our
one of
era,
the.
too.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. But I think he might be one of the first rappers that really showed how you could go from music to television,
From cop killers
and
to being a
movies
cop.
to being a cop. Yeah, but he did it well. And then all the way to, you think recently, didn't he have a show with that girl? Did they have a show, or am I tripping?
what girl?
Ice-T
Coco?
and Coco.
Oh, they probably had a reality show. So she
think they
did,
did.
I think, for a little. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think
Damn,
I
yo, and they
remember-
just had a kid a couple years ago, too.
Did
He's
they really?
60, yo.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
So when the
I'm
kid is like a
I'm-
teenager, he's going to be like 75 and
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I'm
like,
saying. Yo, I gotta have a kid, yo. No, I'm
For real.
serious, bro.
Nah, I feel you.
I'm
you.
serious. I mean,
feel
you
you.
think about it. You just like add 20. So like shit.
Right,
You're
add 20,
35.
yeah.
When the dude's 20, you're gonna be 55.
Yeah.
If you wait till 40, when he's 20, you're gonna be 60, bro. People
Yeah.
drop dead at 58.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
Yeah, that
That's
shit
why
is
I gotta
scary,
quit
yo.
smoking, yo.
Scary, yo.
I gotta quit smoking and have a kid.
Did you see the what was the shit that Ice-T did the rap documentary? I fucking love that shit.
The Art of
man.
Rap.
The Art of Rap.
The
That
Art
shit
of
was
Rap.
so
Yo,
dope.
M had a special on that.
No, and M spit a verse on
Yeah,
that. And
yeah. He had like a
Yo, I
scene
swear to
or
God,
whatever.
that's Ice-T retweeted me. I hit him on that. I was like, yo, need a part 2 on this shit. He retweeted this shit.
Really?
He had everybody. He had Nas. That shit was.
Yeah,
I watched that
yo,
shit.
that dog's
Sometimes when I'm
crazy. That
if I'm drunk and bored, I'll just watch that shit because I just love shit like that. But he had everybody but Jay, and so that was my main reason for being like, yo, you need a part 2. Yeah. He had M and he had Nas.
Yeah.
The trifecta.
Jay would've been
you
crazy.
need. But you know.
In fact, I was watching clips of Biggie on Martin. Biggie did a
I
couple
remember that.
episodes
I
on
remember that.
Martin.
So
and
the
I
Method Man
watched
came
the
through the window.
episode,
And
did
shit?
he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was watching the one with Biggie where like Biggie knew Martin and Martin runs into
Right.
him, and then Biggie's like, yo, these fans they're crazy. They keep stalking me everywhere I
Right.
go trying to get me a demo.
That was like
Martin's
94,
like, yo, come up
95
in my
too.
spot, yo.
Yeah.
So he goes up in Martin's spot to stay, and then Gina come out. She's like dressed like a showgirl. She's like, da 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 da, and she's like talking to him, singing, like she's trying to audition the whole time.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And that's major because I don't think Big was a. We all knew Big. The people watching that show, we all knew
But
who Biggie
America-
was. But he wasn't a household name like how he is today. That was a major.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put a bunch of rappers on that show.
Yeah. Shout out the shows that put rappers on them. They're always dope. Like Chappelle's show did that for a while.
Yeah.
Martin.
They're saying LeBron James is producing a remake of House Party.
Why is everybody? I've been seeing LeBron's name in like what's trending in the past 24 hours. Something about him, like I don't know.
I don't care.
I think some
he
chick,
annoys
like,
the
said
shit
he
out of me.
wasn't
But
smart
do you
or
remember
some
House
shit.
Party, the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, mine was in that shit.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy how that.
I wasn't like crazy in the House Party. I missed it. Like I think.
Nah, I mean, we
seen
were
it, like,
super
once when I
young.
was a kid.
Yeah, I know what
but
you're
I don't
saying,
like
yeah.
remember it like that. You know
Nah,
what
I don't
mean?
remember it like that. But I if it's on, I'll watch it right now though.
Yeah. What else, man? We gotta. I think it's almost that time. But shit, what else?
Yeah,
did we
I
miss?
knew we were over, but I knew you was feeling nice. So I want to let you keep going and shit. You know what I'm saying?
A book came out about Aaron Hernandez. I'm trying to get.
Word? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. This dude James Patterson, who's like a pretty big author.
Oh yeah.
He wrote a book. Just came out. It's called like The All American Tragedy or something like that. And he goes,
Biggest waste of talent in life.
oh my God, bro, $40 million to catch a football and you had to shoot someone.
Crazy.
And you were a shitty fucking murderer, bro. You were a shitty fucking murderer.
Cocky as shit.
He murders him like 10 minutes away from his house.
Super
Like,
cocky. to do
oh
that.
my Lord. Like, what a dumbass criminal, bro.
22-year-old teacher charged with sexual assault for sex with 18-year-old student.
Was it, wait.
It was a female teacher, 22,
okay.
charged with sexual assault, bagged the
This is
18. First of all,
one
how's she
thing.
even charged if he's 18? I don't get that part.
That's a little crazy.
And the other thing, why these kids keep snitching on
Hey,
that
that's what I was
banging ass
just gonna
teachers
say.
that
Why do
smashing
you
them. Like,
open your mouth, yo? Why do you open your mouth?
The girls in your high school ain't gonna be down like that. Like, this bitch is 22. She knows what she's doing. Like,
She's gonna put you on.
yeah, just do that.
Oh my God.
Keep
Miss
your fucking mouth shut.
Moscaratello.
It's the
My
worst.
Spanish teacher, bro. Oh, she was bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Her butt was just like, oh Lord.
Yeah, I had a few bad
Lord.
ones. I had a super bad in-house teacher. You ever get in-house? Obviously, you had in-house suspension or whatever. Dudes just get in-house. This Spanish bitch, she was so bad. You just chilling there all day and write rhymes and just look at her.
Where'd you go to Haverhill High?
Yeah, Haverhill High.
Haverhill
Yeah.
High, yeah. Yeah, man. Bad teachers, man. Why you gotta open your mouth? The guy. You could just boom, boom, boom.
It's ridiculous to me, dog. I just don't understand like why they like snitch on themselves.
But who knows? Maybe they didn't snitch. Maybe someone else found out. You know what I mean? People talk.
Yeah, but
You cannot
people talk
rely-
because they text their peoples and they Snapchat.
What
their
was
peoples.
that? What was that thing I seen? And they were like, oh, you know what I kept seeing? People, because what's her name? Kylie had the baby.
Oh,
with,
right.
With shit, is it Ty?
She was trying
Nah,
to.
not Tyga.
No.
It's
Travis
not Ty-
Scott.
Travis Scott. Yep. Had a baby with Travis Scott. And basically for the past year, no one really knew what was going on. And so
Right.
that's all I was seeing on Twitter because she just
Yeah.
came out one day and was like, oh, here's my baby.
Yeah,
and people were like, yo, like that's the type of people I want around me.
I was heated that day. I tweeted at her like, "Yo, no one gives a fuck about your fucking baby. It's about. It was a Super Bowl day. I'm gonna fire it up. I'm like, yo, stop trying to steal. No one cares about anything except for Patriots Nation right now.
They're very strategic with that shit.
Yeah. But I don't know. They could have picked a better day.
Kylie, she is a bad bitch though. I'll give her that.
I guess when she's all done up. But
give
yo,
her
you
that.
can.
I'd smash
If you
any
see
one of those
Kardashian
sisters.
episodes from literally 2 or 3 years ago, she still looks how she really looks. Like before all the shit. Yo, you know what's crazy shit? I don't think I would smash before all the like surgery and shit.
Yeah, no,
and all the fake shit.
I don't know what she looks. I just follow her now on Instagram.
Oh no, now she's Mini Kim, but
yeah,
you know.
yeah, she is Mini Kim.
I think I'll still smash Kim over her, even with all the kids she pumps out.
Funny?
Because
I think I might go with not Kim,
Courtney.
yes.
She's my number one too.
Yup.
Yeah, for sure.
Courtney's my number one.
So Courtney's wifey, right? We should start doing a fuck, marry, kill segment.
All right, fuck, marry, kill. Courtney, Chloe, and Kim.
All right, so always marry Courtney.
I'm marrying Courtney.
Always
I'm
marry
fucking
Courtney.
Kim, and I'm killing Chloe.
Yeah, see, that's why that's an
That's
easy
easy.
one. That's why those three
That
particular
shit-
are easy.
that shit was
gotta
easy.
Throw
I'll
in,
do that
You
all
gotta
day.
throw in curveballs. Like it's
Yeah,
gotta be
yeah.
like Kim, Chris,
And Joe.
and Caitlyn or some shit like that.
And
Nah,
who's
not
Caitlyn? Who?
The dad?
Oh shit.
Nah, you gotta make it a little
Yeah,
difficult.
because you
It's gotta
kill
be.
him.
It's
You gotta have two like ends.
Yeah, so it's gotta
You
be-
gotta have two ends and then like one guarantee because you gotta figure out.
Kim.
You can't have
Kylie.
two baddies
It's gotta be
because
Kim,
then you're always
Kylie.
just gonna murder the bad ones. So you
exactly.
have to have two.
Kim,
You know what I mean?
Kylie, Chris. No, because everyone would just kill Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Fuck.
Even if you could say Kim, Chris, Caitlyn, but still, I think you just
all the guys would just be like, "I'll kill Caitlyn."
Yeah, exactly.
I love that we call him Caitlyn to the point where I be forget. Oh, Bruce. Yeah. Bruce Jenner.
Yo, should The Rock stop making movies?
Stop?
Should he take a break?
Why would you stop?
He's in everything.
But why
he's
would you stop?
Jurassic Park now. Rampage is coming out.
Number one
he's making
on Forbes
a movie
list.
where he's on a
number one skyscraper.
Yes.
Yo, where does he find the time to drop 4 or 5 movies a month?
It's unbelievable, yo. It's unbelievable. And meanwhile, you can't do Fast and Furious and let Tyrese get some fucking money so we can see his kids.
Poor Tyrese.
Jesus. He's making every movie but Fast and Furious at this point. I know. He's just gonna drag that shit out.
When you're the number one actor, it's crazy to say this, but he's the number one actor in Hollywood right now. It's insane.
He makes the rules.
Yo, it's crazy.
He's playing by his fucking game.
And because of all this shit, we ain't gonna get no Rock. It's WrestleMania season. We're on the road to WrestleMania.
And real quick, is Undertaker coming back? What was the deal with that?
He hasn't yet.
He hasn't.
Nah, but stuff will happen. We're on the road to WrestleMania right now.
Wait, the lights went out though at that Raw anniversary, and he came out and he said some shit on the mic.
That was different. That was the 25th anniversary shit. He just showed up at the spot where they did the first thing, cut a promo. That's different.
But
he didn't come back as storyline wise.
Wrestle, but he grabbed that mic and he was like, "The rest of the wrestling people,
it was
it's over." All
right, so you got your shit. He technically made an appearance.
You will all rest in peace.
It was an appearance. Yo, I got an insider. Yo, he's out there today at some like survey / meeting thing WWE is holding in Florida to how to upgrade the WWE network and all that shit. Like
really
insider shit. Like I think on WrestleMania week or some shit. Maybe I'll have him call in.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Have him for a segment or something.
That'd be ill. Yeah, that'd be super ill.
Because
it's funny that you think like people's job are to write these storylines.
Well, he has to go by an alias if we have him on because he like studies over there with them or this or whatever the fuck he's doing. I can't actually say it, but
Roman Reigns finds out, bro. It's a wrap.
He has to go by an alias because they don't. Even if he's in the crowd or whatever at the NXT shows, like if they put a face to someone that's on a radio or giving things out,
nah, you can't give
he was explaining this shit to me. I was like, yo, no doubt.
Can't fuck with the bag, yo.
Exactly. You could call in if
Can't fuck
anything.
with the bag. But that's crazy that someone's job is to literally write those stories. All right, I think Undertaker should turn heel.
It's crazy. And
he's going to fucking win by like this move. And that's crazy. I'm really looking forward to the Daniel Cormier versus Stipe.
Okay.
Coming up. Because basically...
Are you going to buy the shit? You gonna go to a bar? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, we might have to go to a bar or something. I don't know. I'm not paying like $60 for that shit, whatever the fuck it is.
Shit gets outrageous.
I'll throw in.
I'll probably hit you with a link.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. In this day and age, bro, you just literally type that shit on Facebook, you can find it. But I'm because it's funny because Daniel Cormier, who was the main event in Boston, last month or whatever. The
one you were just at, yeah.
Yep. He fought some guy or whatever as like middle heavy. Yeah, some young guy. Oh, watch out. We'll have to go to sensitivity
you need to
training,
calm down
bro.
with that. Side of some young guy sauce.
So he fought some other dude, but he was middle heavyweight, right? And when he came into the radio show like 2 weeks before, he came on our show, and we asked him because this kid I know that works there, he's wicked into the UFC, so he knows.
Yeah.
So I guess there was a rumor going around that Daniel Cormier was going to go up to heavyweight, right? And so Daniel came in with this dude, Francis Ngannou, who was also the main event, that big black dude.
Right,
he is a beast, bro, a fucking machine. So I asked him, I said, yo, is there any truth to the rumor that, after this fight, if you win, you're going to go up to heavyweight? This is literally what he said. He's like, yo, you see this guy right here? Pointing to Francis sitting next to him. He's like, you think I'm going to go up and fight guys like this?
He's
like, you're out of your fucking mind. And then sure as shit, bro, he won in Boston the other night. And then it came out like, a couple days after, like, yep, he's going up to heavyweight to fight Stipe.
He's trying to throw people off and shit.
Crazy.
They can't be just saying shit.
Yo, also, I just want to say, and I know you want to say it too, this episode... sponsored by
SD The Squad's self-titled album in stores March 16th everywhere. We did drop digitally already. A lot of people cop the shit digitally, but for my collectors out there, it will be in stores if you want to go get a physical copy. And then also hit up a DJ Deadeye or ST The Squad. Any social medias for bundles we signed. Myself and the whole ST The Squad, Terminology, Easy Money, Rex, everybody involved, Artisan. We all signed 50 very exclusive copies that are going to be available in bundles. There's different bundles, 70, 50. They come with all types of shits. Shirts, CDs, fucking album, everything. Signed by every member, too, the bundles.
Bro. And also, if you like Freddy gloves like a fucking nerd, you can hit up Nightmare Gloves. Talk to my homie Anders and mention Stuck on Stuff and get 15% off.
We back,
get
baby.
Yourself Freddy gloves. Yeah, we back in action. More shit coming, man. Yo, it's nice to sit down with you and
sure.
talk. Joe, thank you. Our engineer Jules holding it down. 2018, a new year. We getting it popping. I
want to get the YouTube popping, yo. Let's everybody go straight to YouTube and just hit subscribe on there and start watching the videos.
And let's just keep it a buck. We try not to have to fuck with Facebook. Facebook is getting
a little crazy.
Yeah,
my fault.
Facebook is really trying to dictate. They're trying to make it so that the only way people are gonna see your content is if you're paying them, which I think is a little fucking crazy. Certainly getting away.
If you rock with Stuck on Stuff, hit subscribe, yo.
Yeah, man. Hit subscribe. Twitter, Instagram, at StuckOnStuffPodcast on Instagram, at StuckOnStuff on Twitter, at StuckOnStuffPodcast on Gmail.
At Superstar Snuk on everything.
At Stiz Grimy on everything -5. We out.